My name is Greg McFadden. This is Occupy Your Mind. I'm performing Jochen from Greenwich, Connecticut. During the Cold War in the 60s, 70s and 80s, the German army officially did not have any nuclear weapons, but that was only true until the moment of war would start. The moment of war would start, the West German army would become the third largest nuclear power. And the way this was done was Germans had rockets built on tanks, and everything was done by German soldiers, and there's a small contingent of Americans who officially had the atomic weapon heads. Now I decided, I have this vision that essentially we could have an event where people would blockade this barrack. Especially, essentially, people were blockading this road in shifts, and whenever one of these tanks went in or out, the police was called, arrested the people, and took them away. But after they left, we moved the next group in to sit in the same spot. This was the last event which I was involved with in Germany. Now, let me tell you, it's funny. So a few months ago, I saw one of the Occupy live streams where they had the General Assembly, and this was for me. I said, wow, this was like being home, this incredible feeling, like time travel, you know? As if, look, 84, 83 to now, as if there would not be a gap in between, in a way. And I decided I would participate. I would give one day per week. And I decided to participate in the march across the Brooklyn Bridge. So we reached the Brooklyn Bridge, and the people before us moved onto the main street. And I heard the police announce that demonstrators should not use the street, that they should use the walkway in the middle. But look, I mean, these people in front of me, and it was clear, I go with the people. So we marched on the road and everything seemed fine, but suddenly nothing moved anymore. And the police came nearer and nearer, and suddenly it was very clear that they were going to take action. And then, what happened was an older gentleman in his 70s stepped forward, sat down and began to meditate. And he was the first person who was arrested. Now, the moment they arrested him, I stepped forward and sat down in exactly the same spot where that gentleman had sat. So, I was the second one arrested. I was essentially handcuffed and put into the paddy wagon, and we 11 people, we all talked to each other, where we come from, what we do, and I told them a little about my German experiences, and then the person, not next to me, but two next to me, says, wait a minute, I cannot believe it. It came out that he was in the US Army, and he was one of the guys who was protecting the nuclear warheads on the other side. And his rockets had been blockaded by demonstrators, you know, these German demonstrators outside, and look, it's incredible. It's 25 years ago, we would have been on opposite sides, and now we were together, you know, arrested, demonstrating for the same cause. Yeah. So this is what happened.